All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to talk a little bit about Bruce Wayne in this world. You know, when I was looking at the footage here, you're looking at Bruce Wayne talking to the Flash, and he's talking to Aquaman. Both Barry Allen and also Arthur Curry didn't know who Bruce Wayne was, okay? And a lot of people are like, how could it be that these guys don't know who Bruce Wayne is in the world? We see that even Clark Kent didn't know in BVS who Bruce Wayne was. He was like, who's this guy? And it was like, you don't know who that is? That's Bruce Wayne, right? So people are like, how come certain people in the world don't know who this billionaire is? This is a billionaire tycoon. So let's do a little something. Let's look at how many billionaires you actually know who are big, highly influential people in the world. Now, if I say the name Bill Gates, almost everyone knows who that is, right? These are the annual rankings in 2016 for the top 10 highest network billionaires in the world, right? So if I say Bill Gates, everybody knows who that is, right? So everybody thinks that maybe Batman or Lex Luthor in the world that they're in, everybody's supposed to know them because they're billionaires. And we all know who Bruce Wayne is as the audience. He's Batman. So everybody should know, right? But that's not true in reality. Yeah, everybody knows who Bill Gates is, more or less. At least they know he deals with Microsoft. Tell me, who's this guy? Amancio Ortega. Have you ever heard of him? He's the number 2 wealthiest man in the world, currently. He works for a Spanish company called Inditex. In fact, he doesn't work for it, he owns it. I don't even know the company. I've never heard of the company. I've never heard of him. I've heard of Warren Buffett. Okay, I know about Coca-Cola. But I didn't know he owns Berkshire Hathaway, which deals with Bud Light and those kinds of beers. Carlos Slim. I don't know that guy. I never heard of him. He's from Mexico. He's the 4th richest guy in the world. He has companies Telemex and Grupo Corso. Jeff Bezos. Never heard of him. He's the guy that deals with Amazon.com. So you might have heard of Amazon, but you may not have known about the guy who actually owns it and is a billionaire because of it. We all know about Mark Zuckerberg for Facebook. But who's Larry Ellison? Well, he's the guy that designed Oracle. And he's the guy responsible for the script for Internet, JavaScript. Mike Bloomberg, everybody knows him. We saw him in the Democratic Convention. He's Bloomberg Company. Who's Charles Koch? I don't know that guy. Koch Industries. And David Koch. Don't know him. Lelaine Betancourt. She's for L'Oreal, which is a nice fashion fragrance and skincare products and so on, right? My point being this. Just because you're a billionaire and you may be highly influential in the society you're in doesn't mean everybody knows you. Bear in mind a couple things. One is Bruce Wayne would be big in Gotham. Everybody's going to know him in Gotham, all right? Yeah, he crosses the bridge. He goes across to Metropolis. Lex Luthor knows about him. But he's more known in Gotham than he would be in Metropolis. That's the first thing. The second thing is Bruce Wayne, though he's been around a very long time, Clark Kent hasn't been a very long time in media. Bruce Wayne knows the Daily Planet, right? You hear him sarcastically saying, do I own this one? But then he goes on to talk about the Daily Planet writing puff pieces on Superman. So he's highly abreast of the Daily Planet and some of the pieces that even Clark Kent has wrote on Superman. However, Clark Kent is not abreast of Bruce Wayne. Clearly, he does not know who Bruce Wayne is. He may have heard of Bruce Wayne, but he's never seen Bruce Wayne, which goes to another set of variables. Barry Allen seeing Bruce Wayne inside of his apartment, this complete stranger who introduces himself as Bruce Wayne, he may have heard the name Bruce Wayne. I don't know if he's ever seen Bruce Wayne. But the other point is, you don't expect Bruce Wayne to be inside of your little hideout where you actually group together all your information about criminals and things going on in the world. You don't expect him to be there. I don't expect Bill Gates to be inside of my private room where I do private things. I don't expect to see him there. So, of course, he's going to say it's a complete stranger, because Bill Gates, to me, he's a complete stranger. I know nothing about Bill Gates except that he's a billionaire and he is the owner of Microsoft. Other than that, I don't know anything about Bill Gates, to be honest with you. I haven't done research on him. Now, you would say, well, Clark Kent should have done his research on Bruce Wayne. Well, he wasn't focused on Bruce Wayne. He was focused on the Batman. So, in Bruce Wayne's world, in this particular world, not everybody knows about Bruce Wayne. Yes, he's wealthy and so on, but he's going to be moving in circles which are a certain group of people, a certain elite group of people, and interfacing with governments and stuff like that. So he's not going to be in the public eye as someone who's just doing things for the public and being seen by the public like a politician. Same thing for Lex Luthor, but to a higher extent, Bruce Wayne spends most of his time down in his lair in the Batcave. If you notice, just watching BVS, most of his time he spends is in the Batcave, right? He's not really seen by everyone. He's not a public personality which is out there talking to the public all the time. He's in these little group conventions where he's specially invited as a guest, and they're fundraising and that kind of thing. So, quite frankly, you can see that Bruce Wayne is a name that may be known, but it's not necessarily identified with a face, which makes sense to me. Now, some people will quickly reply to me that Bruce Wayne, he was doing an advertisement for Turkish Airlines, introducing people to the beautiful city of Gotham. But again, no, Bruce Wayne was doing this on behalf of Gotham. Gotham. So that if you were associated with Gotham, or you were trying to find out things about Gotham, you would have heard about Bruce Wayne. You would have seen Bruce Wayne. If you're not affiliated with Gotham, if you're not really dealing, closely with the inner workings of Gotham, you're not going to really pay attention to Bruce Wayne. Now, in addition to that, we can say, well, how does Bruce Wayne know Barry Allen? I heard some people talking about he could have killed a whole bunch of people with Alfred by hitting them with the Batarang to see if he found the right Barry Allen. Well, that, again, doesn't really make much sense, because if you've watched BVS, you would know that Bruce Wayne got access to Lex Luthor's files. But even before he got access to Lex Luthor's files, he met Barry Allen, the Flash. He didn't know it was the Flash at the time, but he met him. And Barry Allen explicitly in his message said, "Find us, Bruce. You have to find us." And find them he did, but through electronic means, looking through Lex Luthor's files on metahumans after he had been impulsed to go and, kill Superman. And he found Wonder Woman. He didn't know she was Wonder Woman. All he knew is she was at least 100 years old when he was looking through the files on metahumans. So he knew she's a metahuman, and he knew she was very old. So here he is talking to Wonder Woman here. He says, "A crack Luthor's drive. That photo doesn't just belong to you, it is you." He's going to say. All right. And he also was able on that drive to see other metahumans. One of them, as Wonder Woman will do right now, she will crack the drive, she will open up the drive, and she will see, well, not the drive, some information on the drive, some files. She's going to open it up right now. There are the attachments. And she's going to look at one of those people, which is the Flash. And obviously, if she's looking at them, you can be guaranteed Lex Luthor looked at them and gathered this information, and so did Bruce Wayne. But a little bit more interesting is the fact that Diana knew who Bruce Wayne was, and she seemed to have been doing some research on him. Now, I don't know if Diana actually knew he was Batman or not, but she was doing a research. Here you see Flash in motion here. So obviously, this is where Bruce Wayne got his information to go search for these guys. He knew that Barry Allen was a certain person. He knew what he looked like. That's how he was able to go into his lair. So Bruce Wayne does not hit and miss. So for those people who are saying, "Oh, Alfred would have had to worry about Bruce Wayne killing a couple people with his Batarang," you're way off field. Bruce Wayne doesn't make mistakes. Bruce Wayne doesn't go by guess. He doesn't do that. All right. Here she is looking at Aquaman, who Bruce Wayne obviously researched. That's why he knew his name was Arthur Curry. Okay? So Bruce Wayne did his research into these files. He also knows who Cyborg is. Okay? Victor Stone. Okay? These files provide the information. So for those of you wondering how he was able to find these metahumans, the answers are all in Batman v Superman. Whether it's the Ultimate Cut or it's the theatrical cut, it's all in there. And so it's kind of funny to hear these people who were complaining about it being, these characters were shoehorned into the film and they were just watching emails. Now these people can't connect the dots when it comes to the emails right in front of their face from Batman v Superman. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of mentality we have to deal with. People who, they're so hell-bent on hating something, you know what I mean? They said this part of the film had no relevance to anything. Well, it did. And it clearly had. The Flash was able to tell Bruce to go find them. Bruce, in seeing a foreseeable future that was possible, realized that he needed to gather the team together to deal with the threat, and then augment that with Lex Luthor talking about contacting some aliens from outside. Bruce Wayne was pretty sure there was going to be a threat coming, and that follows through into the Justice League movie. So yeah, guys, this is why Bruce Wayne was not well known in the world, but this is also why Bruce Wayne knew who to meet. I hope that summarized everything for you guys. Have a great one. See you on the next video.